Hi Scorpio, this is going to be your reading for the next 7 to 10 days. As always, keep in mind this is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everyone that watches. If this doesn't feel like your energy, Scorpio, it could be the energy of someone around you trying to connect to you. You have to take it as it resonates for you if you don't feel like this is your energy. There could be some reversal going on here. This might be what you need to know about someone else that you're connecting to. Again, take it as it resonates for you. Remember that it is general. If you're new, please subscribe and hit the bell so you know when I read for your sign. All right, let's begin. You look like you're holding yourself back a little bit here, Scorpio. I got a lot of downloads that did not show up in the cards or in the readings. I didn't pick up on it in the tarot so much, but I'm hearing that some of you are like, those of you that are in relationships right now, it's like really sweet and you're really in love and you might be thinking about the future together. You might be wanting to plan for the future at this time, but as you do that, you may hold back to a degree because you don't want to make mistakes. I can also see that you are very, very concerned with the material plane and like work and money and stuff like that, like money going in, money going out. You might make a few mistakes right now, and you might regret them a little bit later, but it's mostly because I think that the budget you're on and your lifestyle choices are not 100% aligning. Scorpio is bougie. I'm a Libra. We're pretty bougie too. I notice that we have that in common. Like you guys have some high standards. You can be kind of bougie. I do think you're feeling kind of indulgent and you want to indulge in love and you want to indulge in the material plane. You kind of have to be innocent and go for it right now, but just know that when you're innocent and you go for it, you have to allow for some trial and error, Scorpio. You may make a few mistakes along the way. Aries is influencing you pretty strongly right now. And you have a kind of an opposing energy where like they don't mind being dinglings and being newbies and doing a lot of trial and error. And Scorpio is like, dear God, no, I just want to be a Jedi master. And I think some of you need to hear that at this time, like to let yourself be a beginner. Don't be afraid of trial and error. Don't be afraid of some mistakes. You are a Jedi master. You always want to be a master. You commit to a level of mastery. But I feel like you guys need to hear right now that when it comes to new beginnings and creating things moving forward, sure, you need to be realistic in the material plane, but also be willing to crack a few eggs to make an omelet. A little bit of trial and error won't kill you. Watch out for perfectionism and being too judgmental of yourself. So the energy that you're really in right now is, first of all, Cancer and Aries are influencing you. Capricorn as well. These constellations really have support for you at this time. They're your buddies. They're your friends in the universe right now. Cancer is saying fertility surrounds you, Scorpio. Nurture your ideas and watch them grow. You're safe and protected on this journey. Some of you have been afraid to nurture something and watch it grow. Maybe it felt unsafe. Maybe you felt unsupported. Spirit is saying you're safe and protected. It's really time to nurture an idea. Fertility does surround you. Because I have fertility and a new beginning, if you don't want to make any babies right now, you need to protect yourself so that that doesn't happen. Because if you're trying to have a baby, now is a good time. If you are not trying to have a baby, but you're doing things that might impregnate yourself, you might need some protection. Like I'm just saying, there's potential for birth and creation, but all kinds of creations, okay? So you're safe and protected to nurture a creation. And there is a new beginning here for you. Actions you take now will yield swift results. Charge ahead with your visionary plans. You're supposed to be getting into something. You're supposed to be doing something. Your catalyst is Capricorn. Climb every mountain. It's time to be the mountain goat and begin your ascent. This will not be easy. It will be a challenge. You're ruled by Mars. You're a fucking warrior, Scorpio. Don't tell me you're afraid of hard work and a challenge. I know you're not. Scorpio is not lazy. They are not indulgent. And they are not afraid of a challenge. Like you're bored with a sword and a shield. Like I always hide behind a Scorpio when I'm terrified of life. I'm like, come and protect me. Like the point I'm making is you're strong. You've got this. Like You know that you have a bit of a mountain to climb. You know it will take tenacity. Like Capricorn and Cancer are here to be like, look, you have got to be driven. You have got to work hard. This might not be easy. What's the matter? You're afraid of a little bit of sweat? I know you're not. You've got to do it. You may have to work within limitations. And Aries is here to say, and you won't know until you try. Like you've just got to let yourself do it. Charge ahead with visionary plans. It's time to begin your ascent. It's time to be that goat and work hard and nurture yourself. Be driven. I love that for you. Right now, I feel like you're containing your potential quite literally because the 26th gate came out, the 26th hexagram. You do feel the need. You have a lot of potential in something, but it's being contained at this time. Some of you may be in a situation where you feel like you're held back or where your wings are clipped. Or, I mean, I have the Magician here for you. Like you do want to manifest. You want to lean into your gifts. You don't want to be held back. But I think some of you may be a bit held back at this time. Something is not giving you the opportunity to maximize your gifts and talents and try something out. Maybe there is a containment of potential. Watch out for holding yourself back. Your catalyst or your challenge is gate 4, youthful folly. Also the gate of shock, 51. All right, without going into gory detail about what these, like I don't feel like doing an I Ching masterclass right now. Let me just say this to you guys. You have got to allow yourself to try something. You may have to pioneer something. You may have to shock yourself. You may have to say, hold my beer and watch this universe. I've got to give something a go. You've got to reconnect to your inner child, not be afraid to try something new. Youthful folly is a part of life. And I know that you guys are very opposite of that, but I feel like in particular, Aries is coming out to say like, no, you're not, because that's an Aries. Like the constellation of Aries influences the 4th gate and the 4th hexagram, and Leo or Aries, I think, influences the 51st gate. Like you've got to be willing to be a pioneer. Where everyone else has failed, you might be able to succeed. But you've got to be willing to go for it. Surprise yourself and be like, oh yeah, watch this, people. My potential is being contained only because I'm afraid to like act like a fool. Is it going to kill you to act like a fool? I know that you guys, that's not your way, but like let yourself fall, let yourself go for it. Surprise yourself right now, Scorpio. You have to be the change that you want to see. Don't hold yourself back. Connect to your inner child in the beginner's mindset. It is very powerful. The Padawan learner is powerful. More powerful than the Jedi Master even, because he's not encumbered by bitterness and structure and doing it traditionally. Like, let yourself be experimental. There's something that you really need to prove to yourself right now, Scorpio. And you might need to break out of a scenario where someone else is holding you back. There's more oracle messages here, but they're for advice. And your commitment is really going to be tested. It's like, what are you willing to commit to? That's what's important right now. You're going to have to make some sacrifices. You're at a transitional time right now, though, okay? In calm waters, too, and chilling out with the Hanging Man and the 6 of Swords. Here's your recent past. The 5 of Pentacles, the Hermit. That's Virgo energy. You could have been hooked up with a Virgo. Maybe you have Virgo in your chart. Doesn't matter if you do or you don't. You were in the energy of the Hermit, and then the 4 of Pentacles. Clarifying this in the recent past is the 10 of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, okay, and the 8 of Pentacles. Well, I think you were kind of a loner and doing a lot of soul searching. I also think you were experiencing a consciousness of lack. You might have been literally worried about money, finances, and resources, or it was just in your, like it was on your mind. You were thinking about it. I'm sorry, I'm just about to call you Capricorn because it's here as a challenge. Scorpio is known for being a whiz in business and having really strong instincts with money and the material plane. People think you're psychic with money and stuff like that. It's not. You can just smell it. Scorpio can smell money. A couple signs can smell money. Capricorn, Leo, Libra, good God, Libra can smell money. You can smell money too. And it's like right now, I'm just smelling the inside of my empty wallet, yo. You might have been really worried about money, really withdrawn, really searching your soul about like ways that you felt left out in the cold, ways that you've been too proud to ask for help, feeling abandoned in some way, having to take care of yourself. Like if you had been feeling like you didn't have enough and you went off by yourself and thought about it, you probably realized that like, well, if I don't feel like I have enough, I mean, the Five of Pentacles is like a break-even card in the material plane. It's not sexy, but it's not the end of the world. Like it could be better, but it could be worse. And it's like, all right, well, I have to pinch pennies. I have to be careful with what I have. I have to hold on to any foundation I have. Really careful with stuff. I'm also hearing that some of you did some research on how to find, some of you might have done, like for resources, you might have found places to find things secondhand, but that were like really high end. You might have done some recycling, upcycling. You did some research. You were also open to exploring ways to find abundance. And this was in regards to work and what you were doing. You might have been researching ways to find abundance. You wanted to sample some different things in regards to that as well. Like, I'm just going to follow where spirit leads me, and hopefully spirit will lead me to a trunk of gold in the middle of the woods. Dear God, take me with you. Were you looking for the path to Oz? If you found the yellow brick road to the pot of gold, please call me. I am on that bus with you. And it was like, okay, like, I'm taking myself seriously, but I'm trying to be lighthearted. I'm trying to be open to new avenues of creating stability and abundance. Any of you with kids might have been thinking about making some investments long-term for your children. I'm hearing that as well. So a little worried about money, finances, resources, feeling a little stoic, a little withdrawn. And you were like, how can I be more open to finding abundance and aligning with abundance? The Page of Wands will kind of think outside the box a little bit and be experimental and look for inspiration. It's not that you weren't willing to work for it. But this week, right now, you're feeling indulgent. Be careful, Scorpio. Between now and the weekend, I'm going to recommend, based on what I see here, based on the future prediction, rethink what you do with money a little bit. Because if you get a little bougie this week, you might regret it like next week or at the end of the month. Because we're all careful with resources and assets here. But now, right now, you're the Six of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Nine of Cups. And clarifying this is the Magician, the Empress, and the Knight of Cups. All right, well, we've gotten over our consciousness of lack. Scorpio, you're kind of a yo-yo right now. Like the recent past was one way, and this is like an extreme opposite. Oh my goodness, you've overcome your like Donnie Darko stuff about like money and assets and resources and your like last will and testament and what you're leaving to your kids. And you're like, this week you're like, fuck it, I'm just going to buy a really expensive dinner and we're going to be happy and it's going to be awesome. I feel like you're investing in what you want to. You're not being crazy. You're not unbalancing your scales. You're happy. You're optimistic. Instant gratification. You may buy some things for yourself right now. With the Empress, which is Taurus and Libra, the Magician, Aries, it's like bougie. It's really beautiful. You may go shopping with somebody this week that talks you into buying a whole bunch of cool shit and fun stuff. Like, yeah, you can do it. Like, you may get your hair done, your makeup done. You may take some little creative class that teaches you how to glow up in some way. It's going to make you feel great. The Empress is bougie. You also know exactly what you're doing. I'm manifesting beauty and abundance. The Empress luxuriates. And oh, she's very dreamy and romantic and idealistic. Highly creative as well. So reconnecting to your idealism. And this youthfulness and this like, it's like last week you were all worried about money and this week you're like, let's just open the floodgates and buy that big thing that really makes us happy that we really want. It's like the opposite of worry. Watch out for being a little unrealistic and idealistic. Like, I can manifest anything I want. I think that you will. I think that you'll have a win this week. I think that you'll feel positive. I think that you'll feel good. I think outwardly you want to nurture yourself. You might even be very generous and giving to others. Here, I'll buy this for you. That makes you happy. Whatever makes you happy, baby. I hear you saying that to yourself, somebody else, whatever makes me happy, baby, I'm gonna buy it. I think that you do want to have a plan and manifest what you want. I think you do want something creative to grow. I think you want to be in control of it too. It's like your baby and you want to pour your heart into it. You even want to romanticize it and be a little idealistic. There could be a Libra or a Taurus involved, a Leo involved. We got Aries, Virgo, Gemini here. It's like, do it, do it, do it. Have fun, spend money, be happy, be merry. I'm like, okay. And I was like, all right, well, what's coming up in the near future? The Eight of Pentacles, we're back to work. The Nine of Swords, and oh my, that's stressful. And then the Nine of Pentacles, the Hanging Man. King of Swords is down here too, trying to be smart. You may feel a little stuck all of a sudden. It's like, just when I thought I was getting ahead. When I clarified this, I got the Wheel of Fortune to the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Cups, and you're going to see it. Okay. I actually love that this prediction came out for you because it's picking up on something for some of you that you really need to see. You need to have, this is like spirit helping you zoom out about your relationship with the material plane. And if you don't get square with the material plane, assets, resources, money, hearth and home, earning potential, relationships, all that stuff, if you don't get square with that, you don't get to stay in this energy as often as you want. And right now you want to stay in this happy, indulgent, wish fulfillment. It's all awesome. I'm loving it. Like if you want to stay there, there's something that you need to change. Something needs to change. There may be something new that you need to do. Like you're holding yourself back because you're afraid to take a risk. And what that's doing is it's keeping you stuck in some kind of a financial pattern where it's like, like this week it's good, but next week you work. And you're like, oh my God, I'm so anxious because I really want these 9 pentacles. Like you might be doing well on the surface, or this is your expectation of yourself, which is the 9 of Pentacles, which is almost the 10 of Pentacles. We go from an ace to a 10, you know, in the tarot and the pip cards. And then we have the court cards in each. So this is self-sufficiency. This is abundance. This is bougie. This is I earned every freaking penny. And I look good, I smell good, I feel good. But there's like this anxiety here. And underneath, it's like a pattern keeps playing out where you wind up at that 5 of Pentacles again, which feels broke, and praying to God that something is different. So I pulled out my Oracle deck and said, Spirit, what the hell are they doing here? You're making the best of it. You're also doing this to yourself, and karma is a bitch. Wah, wah. You got to be smart. This is like a giver of sound advice that may come in and be like, yo, Scorpio, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing with resources coming in and resources coming out? Be careful being indulgent and bougie now, because all it's going to do is be a bitch later. It's going to be that karma that's a bitch, that bitch karma. God, what a bitch that karma is. But Spirit's saying this is something that you do to yourself. Must we just make the best of it and barely get by? This looks like feast or famine for you. And it's been famine, feast, and it's going to be a famine again. And you're going to be like, oh my God, I hope I can make ends meet. Or feeling left out in the cold and lacking resources. Your lifestyle and your budget need to realistically match. And whatever you're doing and putting effort into on a daily basis, which is the 8 of Pentacles, has to take you to a place where you can sustain this more often. Because Spirit thinks you're doing this to yourself. So ask yourself, what kind of change do I need to make so that I can have more of this feast, thrive energy and less of this survive, famine energy? These are karmic cycles that you're playing out with resources. It's time to go get out of making the best of it. Something will backfire. Like whatever you do this week will backfire. I feel like Spirit's saying whatever that big purchase is you're thinking of making, don't do it, because next week you will have needed that $60 or $600 or $6,000 and you won't have it. You won't, and you'll want it. It's like you want to maintain this. You look good on the outside, but you might be living off of Spam and ramen noodles at home. And I know that you don't want that. So be careful with your assets and resources. But here's Spirit's specific advice about, I think there's something that you can do to break out of this. You're just afraid to try. You're afraid to do it. It might involve some effort that you'd rather not put into it. Again, ruled by Mars. I know you've got the drive. I know you've got the fight. I know you've got the energy. You're going to have to slip into survival mode a little bit and get her done so that you can stay in this thrive more frequently, as opposed to when you just have a windfall. Like, you look like you're having a windfall right now. That's not going to continue. So I feel like Spirit's saying, do you want to keep living on a wing and a prayer? You need to actually take actions towards doing something. You can do it. Your confidence is key. Leo is coming in, new moon in Leo. By the new moon, next new moon, I think, set your intention to be more confident. That's what I do. That's the moon body method. That's my method. I get in touch with the cycles of the moon, and it's like in the new moon, I set my intention and then we work towards it. Confidence is key in the next new moon, okay? You aren't going to be successful unless you frickin' believe in yourself. Leo is here to go, dude, own it. Own it. You're a badass. Own it. Also, your dreams need a practical plan. Taurus is coming in to help you too. And Taurus, trust me when I tell you, Taurus wants to live like this all the time. Bougie, abundant, having it all. They're hobbits. They're hobbits. They want to live deliciously. They want to have all these creature comforts. They want to feel good. Also very creative. Very creative. Spirit's saying, and Taurus is coming in to say with Leo, I think you've really got this, and I think you can do it. But you can't just make this shit up as you go along, Scorpio. Like, you need to have a little bit more of a plan. You've got what it takes. You just need confidence and you need a plan. Also, new moon in Virgo, it's a time to give rather than take. So you do need to pay it forward, and Spirit will try to pay it back to you. I'm hearing don't open up another line of credit. And I'm hearing watch out with your generosity, like equal give and take in your relationships is important. But you do need to, I feel like a time to give rather than take is, instead of asking for help, taking out a loan, maybe put more effort into giving and doing so that you can balance out your spiritual bank account here. For whatever reason, the second house in the material plane is your link to like your spiritual development. And don't let anybody tell you that money doesn't matter, because everyone here on earth pays taxes, and we know that it does matter. And there's also a direct link spiritually to how we feel about ourselves in regards to money, access, resources. It's very linked to our human self-esteem and our sense of security. It is time to invest rather than take, okay? Also, they asked me to pull out this second oracle deck specifically for advice. I didn't know why, but I didn't ask questions. Hidden motivations is the first piece of advice. So it's like, for whatever reason, Spirit is actually encouraging you to keep your motivators to yourself. Like, for whatever reason, like there's some plans that you're supposed to be making soon. They told me immediately, a lot of that you have to keep to yourself. Like, keep it secret, be mysterious, keep it on the down low. You're a Scorpio. You have no problem hiding your plans from other people. So that shouldn't be hard. I have Scorpio in a close planet. It's like, hide my motivations? Pff, no problem. I keep that shit to myself anyways. They're saying keep your motivations to yourself. So others around you don't sway your opinion. You need to be private about some stuff right now, but also get in touch with your own hidden motivations. There is something motivating you that you might not be aware of about yourself. Get in touch with your deeper hidden motivations. Find your deep why. If you want to know how to do that spiritually, it's your channels in your human design, in your energetic circuitry of your subtle body that the cosmos has imprinted on and that you're expressing here on earth. That's what's deeply motivating you. Like, look at your astrology, look at your design. That's your hidden deeper why and motivation. You need to get in touch with that. Also, it is time to plan. It's a time of planning and action. I'm hearing you need to make some plans right now. The challenge or the catalyst is commitment. Will there be commitment? Can you be committed to what you want at this time? It's like you can keep making the best of it, but it's just going to take you back. And I was like, oh, we ended on the 5 of Pentacles, but they want to be the 9 of Pentacles. Commit to yourself. I'm also hearing structure and discipline are a thing. You are a fixed sign. This should not be hard for you. But you're going to have to go for it with some of your creativity. Like, keep this optimism and happy inner child in creative mode and shining. It's time to plan. It's time to get in touch with your own motivations. It's time for commitment and really being committed. If there's anyone around you that this represents, they're just struggling to be realistic and keep their money going where it's supposed to go. You have to radically accept some stuff in order to move forward. It is time to climb that mountain. Don't be afraid to take a risk. Don't be afraid to be a newbie either. You're supposed to be doing something new, Scorpio, to break out of this constant feast or famine pattern that you're in. I hope you do it. I believe in you. I know that you guys can do it. I'm always here listening to the universe for you, Scorpio. Take care. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.